and this is one of my free tutorials. So like I said earlier, I'll be talking about lamination today. Some people think it is just your lace fabric you can laminate. No, not just lace fabric. Sometimes if you don't want to waste your time by using your lining to turn over your lace fabric, you can just go ahead and laminate it instead of you getting to use your lining to turn the lace fabric. And some of these laces, you know, some of them stretch and they start becoming, the front can be longer than the back and much more and all of that. So instead of that, you just laminate to save time and to also save you the stress of this lace stretching. So it is not just your lace you can laminate. You can also laminate fabrics as you want to be thick, or you want this fabric not to, maybe your fabric is stretchy and you want it to stay put instead of having to move around on the sewing machine or have your thread jump. You can also laminate it. Do you understand? So this works for things like suede, lycra and all of that. If you don't want your fabric to move anyhow, or just in case you do not want to make use of paper stay, you know, so some of these interfacing, they have made them very, very, very light, and you feel this is too light. I don't want to have to double it because it's now expensive. So let's take this out of the way and use our lining to laminate, right? So right now what we need to do is take your fabric, all these places that has this squeezing whatever, you take your iron and iron it out correctly. You don't want to see any squeezed parts. Can you see? So that after laminating, the front of your fabric would not be looking rough. So you iron both front and back to make sure your fabric is nice and clean. So right now what you need to do is to take your hemming gum, fix it on top of your fabric, nice and clean, then do it over and over again till you get to your desired to wherever the fabric ends. Let's just keep doing that until we round this up, right? So here we are. We pick this, right? So now, after arranging that nice and clean on your fabric, you take your lining that you want to put over it, do it straight up like this. Then now, use the heat of your iron. And you say this, just use the heat first to allow your fabric and your lining to become one first before you now place. You understand? Then you make them become one. Because sometimes if you don't use the heat of your iron to melt down the hemming gum, this maybe the fabric is too wide and you put the iron at one end here. If breeze just come and carry this thing up, now everything will just scatter. So what you need to do first is to make sure you use your iron heat. The water, this is a steam iron, so the water inside it, my water has to get boiled before it starts coming out. The water is hot. Use it to steam the hemming gum so that it can stay put first before you now start applying. Do you see that? Okay guys, I'm sure I've been able to impact somebody today. So before I go, let me tell you about my digital beading courses I have. I have both a beginner friendly course and a master class. They are really affordable. You can reach out to me through my DM and I'll give you more details, and you can also check my page to see my flyers. Thank you. See you in my next video, guys. Bye bye.